Hello everyone, Daryl Pritchard here, and I'm going to try to make this as quick and simple a video as I can. If you're using a conventional camera, a DSLR or mirrorless camera with two memory cards, in the case of my Nikon D850 here, it uses an SD card and an XQD card. My Nikon D7100 uses a pair of SD cards. Now I'm having trouble reinstalling it. Got it turned around. So if you've got a camera that hosts two memory cards and you're accustomed to always having them installed, get rid of one of them if you're going to use it with a ZWO ASIAir imaging controller. Now, my guess is, although I don't have the original ASIair, but I do have the Pro, as you see here, and the ASIair Plus, I think the problem applies to all three devices, that when you define what's called an auto run sequence, or maybe other types of plan mode sequences, anything that's similar to an auto run, where the ASIair is commanding a series of images to be captured by your camera, then you're likely to have a problem that I have documented in other videos here on my channel about stale images. And those stale images can create numerous problems. Incorrect display of what you're targeting. You know, in my case, like what I've seen, I may have done an auto run session on Orion in the southern sky. I slew my camera, the mount around to the northern sky to start imaging on Andromeda, and I do a preview mode capture, setting up my framing, my camera orientation, what have you. And yet when I do that preview mode capture, I get another picture of Orion, which totally makes no sense. I'm not going to explain why that is. I've got other videos that have done that if you really want to see those details. The fact is, it can happen. Likewise, you can get target centering or go-to solutions that say target too far from something. I forget how it's. Anyway, it basically thinks that although it has slewed to the area where it expected the target to be, that when it attempts to do the target centering calculation, the calculation has it so far off that it's actually not supposedly even in, I guess, the field of view. And what's happened there is you've got old data being used as part of that plate solution evaluation, where the older data may well have been some other location that indeed was so far away that the camera, the ASIair, is getting totally, confusing results. It's not some little small increment to adjust and get your centering established. It's something way out of whack. And other issues could be that, kind of related to that one, if a plate solution commands a change in your go-to, and yet it's driving the mount some extreme distance based upon some old location versus the new one you're actually working with, then you may come back outside if you've left your system unattended, and you may find your mount stalling out because it's been overdriven to a location that can't be achieved. Your ASIair thought things were this way, when in reality, no, they're like this, and yet it says, well, I need you to slew a lot, and there's no room to. I'm really bad example there, but bottom line is you've got two or three at least different kinds of problems that can occur if you're running with two memory cards in your camera and you want to get rid of one of them. If you don't care about RAW files, using them for whatever purpose, for me, I like keeping a set of RAW files because I'm still new to the use of FITS files for processing into my final image. And if I'm struggling with that and still want to get a better feel for what I might be potentially capturing, I may just take a break from it all, stack my raw images and go work on them in Photoshop and say, okay, this looks promising, and then I'll return and get back to work on my FITS files at some other time. So I like to have a second set of images on my camera. But if you don't care about that, if you want to just run fixed files only, then in the ASIAir app on the main camera control page, there is an option that says save images to camera, and you can just turn that off and the ASIAir won't care. It'll just take the image capture, pull it over, convert it to fits, and it will indeed do one fit file per image as intended, as desired, and there's no problem there. But otherwise, yeah, if you've got two memory cards, get rid of one and you're good. So I wish you clear skies and great nights. Good night. Thank you for watching.